Greetings! My name's Joe Bob, and I'm VP. Last time, we finally got around to retrofitting our ship to act as a submarine. Then we did some questionable rites at King Eater's castle. What other kind of rites are there at King Eater's castle? Indeed. And then we got harassed by a monkey foundling. And then we discovered Aceval and a meteorite. Oh, and also we hunted a fluke to get the colossal fluke core. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, I just recently realized there was something like, here we go, the Cladery Air. She needed a live specimen, which we got over in the other shroom. Mr. Iron, truly, find her during an operation. Does the blood of London's cowled masters really run through her veins? And is that even something to be proud of? Twisted smile. You sit with her in a surgery lined with bottles of preserved and pickled body parts. I can't offer you proof, she says. The only strange tongue I speak is my mother's, which is ancient but human. Blades can cut me, I'm not immune to fire, though perhaps the masters are not either. But I have not met anyone who shares my particular skills. And I know my mother. I cannot see her in any ordinary liaison with an ordinary man, much less a husband. She was in her 3rd millennium when she bore me. Look, there's nothing wrong with being just a human, you know? I don't see where this contempt for humanity is coming from. Explore her surgery. On her shelf, she keeps things preserved in alcohol or packed in oil. Things she cuts from patients. Why do you have this tailbone? Those are souvenirs, she says. Here's the patch of skin from the palm of a woman's hand. I took it from her in order to cure of the urge to adultery. Now she wears gloves, but she's kept her marriage. There's more difficult work it could be doing. She is playing her blade between her fingers. Did you know my mother operated on the bazaar itself? She cut away its cladent lobe so that it would be at peace and not have to wander on and on. But the operation changed her. She got some of its ichor on her skin. Yeah, because she cured the bazaar of its urge to deliver messages. Because it was originally a messenger. A cladery souvenir. What do I have to say? Tell her about her father. She should know the truth. A skeptical expression. Did he offer proof? Did he look familiar? Did he know secrets about her mother that no one else could have known? Did you even see his face under all those bandages? Did you even hear his real voice? He could have been anyone. He could have been looking for the Clavery heir's inheritance and using you to find out more. Then she avoids you for a day or two, which is not easy to see. To be fair, all those questions are fairly reasonable ones. Let's see. Okay, if we did more, we could push her about meeting with her father. Try to convince her that her father is not Mr. Iron. She is clinging to this idea. Isn't even a good idea, because technically I don't actually know that's the case. Well, nothing to be done about it now. Ooh. Let her experiment. She has expressed an interest in experimenting with the contents of a long box. Well, if I recall, I can actually acquire these over at the Shepherd Isles for a single hunting trophy, of which I have 6. So, yeah. Even if I do need these, I probably don't need them right this instant. Let's see. Darn. Well, from what I recall, the additional results is really just a bit of fragments, really. Tax delivered to the surgery. She investigates the box when there are no patients urgent for her attention. We were not allowed to attend. Afterwards, she pushes the box overboard, and there's a new item in her surgery. An uneven ball of silvery metal. The wrong shape for a spent bullet. Yes, I know what that is. It's whatever. Alright then. What happened to the cladent lobe? If the Cladery heir's mother cut off a piece of London's Echo Bazaar, where did it go? Also, what the fuck does cladent even mean? Or cladery, for that matter. I've looked them up, and they don't seem to be real words. I don't know. Alright then. An awkward inheritance. Mother experimental on the low, various ways, with Mr. Ein bringing her new implements. We wanted to be on the move, however, and in the end she put it on a ship, or built a ship around it, the Clatery Heart. But it got away from her. As it does, as ships tend to, I guess. And where is the Clatery Heart now? And would she care to claim her inheritance? Too casual. Last my mother heard, it was in Adam's Way, or we were somewhere further into the Elder Continent. It may still be seaworthy. In its day, it was a most unusual ship. Do I want it back? I try not to want anything too much, but if you care to travel in that direction, I can hardly stop you. When you wait long enough, she says a little more. I avoid obsessions myself, but I know one of these days I'll have to operate on myself. Remove some desire that has gotten too unwieldy. Alright, Adam's Way. I forget exactly where that is, but I'm fairly certain it's over along the south, somewhere near Port Carnelian. Alrighty then. Oh, I could get a prisoner to cut open. I didn't even know I had a prisoner. I guess I must have picked it up at some point. Let's see. This prisoner seeks revenge. I can make them stop wanting that. Alright. Who am I to refuse? Ah, there we go. Better off. The Clatery heir emerges from her surgery in a curiously light mood. The body is wrapped in linen for disposal. This is happier than living would have been. She holds up some sort of tumor floating in light yellow liquid, its tendrils extending in various directions. The prisoner would have died in a month or two. The difference is, I took out the pain. Ah, euthanasia, I guess. Sort of. I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should increase my hearts. It's only 37, and that's with... Wait, do I have any officers to increase it? Yeah, plus 4. Okay, yeah, it's with plus 10, so it's actually 27. Yeah, I should really grab some more hearts. Alright, the best way to extract a secret is to offer one in turn. Exchange. It's a straight trade. One of your best discoveries for one of hers. It's not hard to drive the bargain. She sits back after dinner and tells you this. Most people think that the hard part of surgery is finding out what's wrong and taking it out. But any fool could do that. A ship's cook with a cleaver can have that part of the job. The hard part is cutting so you can sew it all back up again afterwards. And she demonstrates on a shark fin, leaving it in a better condition than it started. The doctor is methodical and scrupulous. You spend an informative afternoon and learn much. However, when you ask detailed questions on the anatomy of the eye, he grows reticent and soon ends the conversation, complaining of a headache. Curious. Alright, now it's 46, or 46 rather. There we go. That's a more reasonable number, I guess. Oh, that's great. Okay, now we sail off to Xavier's Rocks, or Saviour's Rocks rather. The old nautical Z infestation has gotten me. Northeast, they say. Oh, might as well check it out. Ah, it's so nice to have this submarine now. I wonder what Astaval looks like from below. Something has been following us. It is patient. Oh, nothing special. Alright. Hideaway. Let's see. Search for the fierce philanthropist's husband. Did he hide here, among the outcasts and the pariahs? Like, on the back of a gigantic beast to live exiles from every corner of the Nath. Here gather the traitors, heretics, artists, fools, and the too honest. Despite possessing a range of radically different ideologies, these outcasts live together peacefully. Relatively speaking. Let's see. Yeah, unsurprising. It's one of those things where you get to search different places, and the more places you search and fail, the higher the chance of success. Let's see, no luck. Your enquiries are exhaustive. The philanthropist's husband is not here. You can cross this port off your list. Alrighty then. And small port report. A city of strict custom. Most hideaway dwellers toil to strengthen their city against the Z-crushing weight. Those that don't instead prepare for that night's festival, all without a word spoken aloud. If they need to communicate, the people of Hideaway rely on a strict system of acutely formal gestures. Why? What is this place under? Well, obviously the place is underwater, but are they submerged? Let's see, I can join. If you do not reside in Hideaway, the people of the city will like to participate in their festivals if you aid in the preparation for them. They'll even be grateful to have extra help. Ooh, a live specimen, nice! One of the dwellers bows deeply before you and performs a gesture of friendship by showing you her wrists and crossing her arms to touch her shoulders. She then fumbles in her pockets before she presses a small shell into your hand. It's curled like a wave. A little claw darts out and nips at your finger. The woman coos at the tiny creature. I don't know, I've been coughing so much lately. Maybe I need the Clatery Heart to operate on me. Let's see. Though everyone in Hideaway has a night to celebrate a festival of their own making, most dedicate their efforts to one of three great events. See, the rainbowing. Revelers will indulge in a colorful feast, featuring the finest food Hideaway can manage to find in the abyssal depths. The hour of our reflection. There is a dweller too ancient and too mad to help maintain Hideaway. Instead, the suggester serves a ceremonial role. During the festival, they bark out a phrase, which everyone then represents through art. Invariably, the topics are variations on handsome Tum-Tum's generosity or Hideaway's superb lifestyles. The silent reel. Throughout the night, the people will dance. There'll be no music, nor any obligations to conform to a particular style. That sounds fun. Alright. A high lattice has been constructed over the festival square. It holds dozens of filament bulbs. A high lattice? I thought they didn't really have many vegetables down in the Naath. The terrible joke. A spool has been suspended in the center of the square. It is wound with a dull puce ribbon. When the ribbon is entirely unwound, the festival will end. Dance. The master of the dance holds the ribbon in his teeth. He is dancing through the crowd. Master of the dance? I don't think so. After all, I'm the true lord of the dance, no matter what those idiots at work say. Master claps his hands at a shuffling dancer. The shuffler gives a smile, but his eyes fill with hate. He bites a section of ribbon, fixing it between his teeth, and joins the master's dance. What? And then keep dancing. How long has it been? The master of the dance is obliged more to bite onto the ribbon, but he still has so many left to claim. You must have been dancing for a few hours now, but it just goes on. The only relief from the quiet is the irregular clap from the master of the dance. The great chain of dancers weaves through the crowd without a noise. There are formerly holy teachers, once monarchs, warriors without battles, short-changed merchants, a growing and ceaseless parade. Some move with grace, others only sway in their steps out of obligation. The spool continues to unreel. I can just keep dancing or sing. Okay then. I don't know. Just keep dancing. It's been many hours. They cannot maintain this forever. Eventually the master claps at you and you bite the ribbon and take your place. Shortly thereafter, the spool unwinds completely. There's a modest bang and the air fills with fluttering papers. On each, a resident of Hideaway has written their secret. The dancers fall on them in a frenzy. You snatch as many as you can. The one whose mercy led to colonial establishment. The seller of names. The one whose theories on is not proved too dangerous. So, the one who stormed the city. What's this? The name is too smudged to read. Storm the city. That might have something to do with my ambition, actually. In fact, I know for a fact that someone to do with my ambition is here. And in fact, yeah. Also, 69. Nice. Alright. 3D stories, finally, some D&D stories. 3 Tales of Terror, alright. So, if I swing back to Port Cornelian when I'm on my way to Adam's Way. Next. Able to get that, alright. Get to start this. I can start this storyline, but that, well, it sort of ties into my ambition. Wait for that. I could buy a memento. Probably not. Let's go. Oh, come on! I leave and immediately there's a burst of irregular light the instant I start. And, oh wait, and an eruption of violent? Okay, so that's actually a net gain for me, but it's so fucking weird. Anyways, let's, emerge. I suppose no sense staying underwater for more time than I need to. Not until I've got powerful enough weaponry to reliably deal with the nasty beasties. And even then, there's some annoying hazards down there. Alright, so. Wait, hang on. What did I want to do? Ah, yes, yes, Maybe's daughter. Invite her to dine with you. That's a lovely idea. How about a fish dinner? I do have quite particular tastes in fish. A knowing smile. I've heard about you. You like to invite your officers to dinner, learn their secrets. Well, you don't need to dig far to find my secret. I want to talk to you about it, actually. I've never met my mother. I know my father. I'm a countess on his side, actually. I'd like to find her. She's somewhere out at sea. If only... Really, you'd help me? That's too kind. If you insist. Here, it so happens I made a list earlier tonight. Alright. Your mother will be found in one of these places. Wither, the Isle of Cats, Iram, the Chelenate, Khan's Shadow, Port Carnelian, or the service port of Naples. Well, I'm going to swing by Iram. The Chelenate should be on the way there, and the Khan's Shadow is not that far out of the way, so yeah, I should be able to get 3 of them. Well, actually, 4 if I'm lucky, but that's a different story. Ah, yes, here we go, the Chelenate, immediately. Shableport. Oh, fuck. The Ohm of the Armless Hunter. Okay then. A sugary, waxy smell overrides the usual stench here. With an air of ceremony, an emaciated herald takes your weapons and invites you into a parlor. Wax beasts line the hall in a variety of frightening poses. Alright then. Speak to the Armless Hunter. What wonders await in this vault of wax figures? Right this way. The emaciated herald bids you to enter a darkened room. Here, pits of bone broth sizzle beneath a ceiling of dripping fat. The Armless Hunter sits in a wheelchair in the midst of it. It's possible to imagine that she was once a mighty warrior. Now, she is somewhat lacking in a few departments. Most hunters die young, you know, she says by way of introduction. I almost did too. Have you seen my scars? The emaciated herald dissuades you from answering. I realized that day that taken life isn't half as hard as preserving it. Recollection is alive and well. That's something none of those scavengers with their bones can say. The emaciated herald nods pleasantly and begins to wheel her out of the room. Her words continue as she vanishes down a tallow corridor. Most hunters die young, you know. Alright. Why is the description the same? Whatever. Alright. This way, please. The emaciated herald leads you through a selection of corridors. There are all manner of sights here. Beasts of sea and air, exotic animals from the surface, sallow men and women trapped beneath a pale sheen. Charlie Sheen? The wax is made from the glory's fat and bones, the herald explains. Nothing else preserves the flesh so well. You startle as meaning sinks in. These were once living creatures beneath the wax? The herald seems offended by the suggestion. Once? No, you magnificent bastard. The wax is a gift. It is immortality. Dark eyes follow you from beneath the wax. What have you gotten yourself into? Oh my. Now that's an interesting twist. Well then. Could give a gift of a tomb call on this, but no. Alright, a sugary waxy smell overrides the usual stench here. With an air of ceremony, an emaciated herald takes your weapons and invites you into a parlor. Wax beasts line the hall in a variety of frightening poses. I guess I might as well give a gift of a live specimen. If only I hadn't gotten rid of that prisoner, but oh well. Now here's a frightening figure that will definitely be up to the Armless Hunter's standards. Let's see. A flicker of a smile. With utmost care, you secure your specimen's housing and bring it up to the hunter's own. The emaciated herald looks almost impressed. Excellent work, you're informed. You wince as servants tip the specimen's container roughly onto its side and roll it away. Alright, 300 echoes, that's not that far off from the actual price of the live specimen. And plus 10 memoirs. I think I gotta get that to 100 or maybe 101. Alright. Shell as big as a wild dream. Waves lap the slabby sides of a vast turtle shell, bigger than any cathedral. Chelonites loaf on wooden docks around the shell sides, staring sullenly. Lamps hang like decorations in a festive butcher's window. All around you, the sea is rank with the scraps of ancient flesh. Ooh. An opportunity from a redolent flesh merchant. Even the Chelonites' hardy folk keep their distance. For flesh, he slithers, drool pouring from between his reddened teeth. Can't pull where the beasties die. Bring flesh. We sell to the turtle hunters, turtle thirsters, fresher meat, big monies to make. The Gant Pole is said to be deep underwater, mostly by sailors who don't believe it truly exists. They located meat from the Gant Pole. And agree to a proud request. Seeing your ship, a hunter strides up to you. For the pride of her family and yours, she demands passage under the spire of Scrimshander. Few return from Scrimshander, not because of the danger, but because of the cost of leaving. Still, your guest promises compensation to cover the tip, and your safe departure afterwards. How generous. Shore leave. And obtain a doomed monster hunter. That's something relating to something later, and also almost never actually worth it. Say, Cavallo Portport. How does one express this very striking smell? The limits of meaningful expression. No matter what details you try to record, the stench creeps in around the edge of the sentences. The Chelonites, watchful despite the reek. Movement among the miasmic scraps of long-abandoned monster carcass. Frequent duels where the stink is thickest. Ooh. Tales for the bone. Someone is crying unusual wares. Follow the sound. Bring him a tale. Let's see, a scrawny man squats beneath an awning of Gant-colored whaleskin. Bring me your tales, he cries. Tales for the bone. See what wonders he can work. Subscribe us the story onto a hunting trophy and receive an outlandish artifact. That's probably worth it. Although I have rather scars when it comes to these stories. Weirdly. The bones of the matter. Whistling, the chronicler does his work. With a flourish, he returns you a beautifully engraved piece of bone. A good tale, he concedes. Good enough. He leans closer. You're a sea captain, aren't you? Bring me a tale worthy of the bone, and I'll shape something worthy of you. I've long sought the tale of the glory's end. Glory's what we call this beast. He gestures around you at the turtle shell. None still live from those days when we slew her. But the saying is, the tale still lives on history's beach. Bring me that tale, sea captain. Please. History's beach. Alrighty then. Whatever the fuck that means. Ooh. And I could trade a hunting trophy for an outlandish artifact without the Z story. Alright. Help Maybe's daughter search for her mother. I couldn't understand what she came here to begin with, but she gestures around you at the designs sketched on hide and scratched on stone. It's all tattoos. The alphabets of bone and flesh. That's what our family keeps coming back to. She frowns. Our family is strange in every way imaginable. No luck. I found some of these, though. Well, found. You can have one. Are you going to be stern with me? They have so many trophies they don't know what to do with them. Anyway, we're getting close. I can feel it. I swear. Alrighty then. Ah yes, the Restless Cannoneers project. A forward-mounted weapon with unusual characteristics. Unusual, in this case, meaning highly impractical. It shoots doomed monster hunters, which the cheapest way to get them is with captivating treasures. Each shot deals an obscene amount of damage to Z, but it takes one doomed monster hunter per shot. Also, it deals fuck all damage to ships. It only really is good against, well, monsters. Let's see. Young children gather around your ship, pressing their chalked palms to your bow. They demand stories. One story for another. As your tale of combat on the high Z reaches its pitch, you lift the glory trophy above your head. The children scatter. Only a young boy remains behind, staring. He holds out a mask, a mess of tiny bones. Most look like they were scavenged from a dinner plate. Nevertheless, he points at your trophy. You trade. Alright, so caskets to sapphire. Ooh, for a better price than before, but unfortunately I should have kept those. Yes, let's see, Beast Slayer. It's less damage than this actually. Cheaper, but it's only good damage against beasts. Naturally. Huge Beast Slayer. Slightly better damage against beasts, but yeah. We buy guns. For what purpose, one need hardly speculate. We also buy mushroom wine, apparently. I mean, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, that's a slight arbitrage. I should probably sell off some of these. I don't actually need them because I thought I needed them, but it turns for something. Well, besides what I already used them for, but turns out that needs honey, not. Whatever. I mean, let's see. Icarus. Yes. I guess the Icarus bike is useful for this. Yeah, selling it for a single captivating treasure. Since it only costs, what was it? Stygian Ivory, Calcifuclor, Violent Ink. Never mind, it's not worth it. Well, maybe slightly, but Light of the Fluke. Now this one is a slightly more useful one. Deals nearly as much damage to beasts. Has the same, stagger and warm-up time. And it actually deals decent damage to enemy ships, and it twice the damage to enemy ships. I guess that one doesn't deal terrible damage to enemy ships, but considering how much it costs. Anyways, and instead of requiring those doomed monster hunters, which need capturing treasures and all that, it fires flute cores, which are easier to come by generally. Once you but still, not worth it. Especially considering the shit that you can pull off later on with the like straight up fucking rapid fire. What? Undulant and Pierce Rancid. You feel unclean simply being in its presence. This is dirty fighting, and the crew knows it. Requires torpedo components, though not for their intended purpose. Dare I ask? It deals almost no hull damage, but it does deal a bunch of crew damage, which is good for dealing with for trying to capture ships. Risen Toter, the armament of Titan. Warning: do not leave port with this if your ship is not equipped to handle it. Yeah, there's all of one ship capable of handling it. And yeah, with guts of glory. It's huge, loud, oppressively smelly. Are you sure you can handle this much power? Bunch of engine power, I believe higher than the best, and quite a bit higher than the best engine you can buy. Look at that fuel efficiency, dear God. We're going fast! Vroom vroom! Yeehaw! Yes, this is the one weapon that can use the Risen Daughter. Most of its innards make up the housing for a single, ludicrously powerful cannon. It's, yeah, expensive and not even that great. Anyways, that's enough lollygagging around here. Maybe. Yeah, alright. Time to go to, Hivier's Rocks. Then swing by the Khan's Shadow, the Port Cecil, Khan's Shadow, Khan's Heart, then Frostbound, then Irem. Maybe I should go by Irem first. Then swing by Port Cecil. That might be more efficient? Yeah, it's almost certainly more efficient. Ooh. Beastie. And Lauren Fluke. Actually, I'd rather avoid them for now. Until I get that forward weapon, which is gonna be a bit. I need to swing by the Iron Republic. Get it. And right now I'm gonna need a bunch of stuff. Honestly, it's not actually that expensive to make to get. So, well, yes, it is actually, but it's never mind. What am I talking about? Ah, here we go. Seriously, look at that. Oh man, I just realized I've completely forgotten to actually do what I was gonna do, which was try see if I can mod the Z-Bat's range, because it's just pathetic. Well, no sense doing it now, considering that's the last place I intended on searching for. Well, maybe. Alright. Where is this shop? Ah, a distant light. Something is moving between the islands. Not a ship, nor beast. A child of the dark is renting rowboats. A raft of crates. You pay the fee and set out with a small crew, navigating crevices too narrow for your own ship. Soon you come upon a raft with a single lantern, piled high with crates. The miserable ferryman keeps his eyes firmly down as you pull alongside. I just realized I forgot to read the description of this area. Whatever. Here we go. On the stamped crate of brilliant souls. I'll take 2 of them. One for the blind bruiser, one for my own purposes. Let's see, anything else I want? No, I don't think so. Alright. The sound of their constant motion is like pebbles on a beach. Intricate webs stretch into a darkness where the shadows are never entirely still. Gossamer threads stolen by the breeze tickle the goosebumps on your skin. 1,000 unseen eyes promise 1,000,000 more. You know what? I think I'll go. Jesus, even the Light of the Darkness one is a tough challenge, and this one's even worse. Alright. Let's see. The silk traders of the Nativity know better than to risk loose chatter. Still, a little contribution to the festival may loosen their tongues. An off-the-cuff scripted response. The silk traders don't talk much. In particular, they don't talk of the sorrow spiders at their feet, over their heads, or crawling over them as they sleep. Spiders? We'll not be having that kind of talk about the generous neighbors, they say with haste, in raised voices. Ah yes, the glumness of the Nativity is broken by the reds and golds of freshly hung banners. Spider-worshipping weavers and widows guide the traders in readying their celebrations of gratitude to their generous neighbors that silently watch over them from the shadows. Oh, the assistance of an experienced captain and the crew will hardly be turned down. A quiet murmurs of appreciation. The traders of the Nativity have little practice showing appreciation, but they at least put in an effort. In particular, they not entirely accidentally slip the secret of the Accord of Grace, a hospitality granted visitors by the generous neighbors of whom they will speak no ill. They do, however, hint that this only applies to travelers arriving through the port. Those unlucky enough to run aground on the rocks can consider themselves... But no. A sorrow spider might hear something they would of course never say. What are you talking about? There's no spiders here. Yeah, people here are weirdos. Alright, to Iram. Oh. The haunted doctor shrinks from a sorrow spider. How did that horrible creature get aboard the ship? I smashed the sorrow spider with a flung boot. How did the horrible creature get aboard the ship? You just said that. A relief. The haunted doctor breathes easier. He rummages for a hidden bottle. Drinks deep. I apologize, you magnificent bastard. It is not that I am a cowardly man, merely... He sighs. I am not Neath born. When I ventured here, I knew nothing of flaymen. Had hardly imagined I might one day share a handsome cab with a charismatic devil. I had never even heard tell of the sorrow spiders, whose webs catch men's minds as easily as their bodies. Yeah, fun fact about the sorrow spiders. The reason why they're called that is because of the crimson tears that people weep when they carry off their eyes. But they don't eat them. Oh no. Or at least they don't eat their eyes. I don't know about people. Have you visited the observatory where they nest? I suspect not. His hand trembles. For a full year I found myself there with the lady. She wrapped me in her silk, and her children kept me warm. She gave me her sight, and all she asked in return was my eye. It was a dream I cannot call a nightmare, yet one I woke from with shivers and revelations. If it is in light that such sorrow breeds, only in darkness could there be hope. In the liberation of night, I believe I saw hope for us all. I was misguided, but that story you know. Please, I will return to my duties. Yeah. It's not the... Now, the liberation of night, that in itself is a grand thing. It's the calendar council that you gotta watch out for. Well, parts of the calendar council. It's far from united. I mean, if it was entirely united, what would be the point of it being a council, after all? Wait a minute. I can't transform here. That means there's something beneath me. Probably. Hi! You know what? I'm going back up. Ow. Oh, come on. How did that count as 2 hits? That's lame. Okay. Not submerging down there. Also, there was absolutely nothing down there anyways. So, whatever. It might seem like I'm getting a bit low on health, but frankly, I'm still above what my previous maximum health was, so I'm not feeling too upset. Alright, what did I need to do at IRM again? I forget. Ooh, I can get to this. Cure an obsession not yet acquired. The Clatery heir will notice a riddle fisher in danger of developing an unhealthy obsession. Preventative medicine. The heir will cut out something that is not there yet. She will come away with a sample of pickling brine. The specimen will grow there later, slowly, layers of tissue gradually forming a missing kidney. The riddle fisher, cured in advance, will suffer no ill effects, except the occasional lassitude and lack of purpose. Fucking Irem. Oh yeah, the snow child. I actually want to hold off on that, actually. There's a certain random event that I have yet to get that relies on the snow child. Yeah, well. I had hoped I would get it by this point. Ooh. Sacrifice a... Oh, here we go. Help Maybe's daughter search for her mother. She's known to visit. I think she must have come here when I was, conceived. It's close to dreams. She will inhale a gulp of air, eyes half closed. I love this. It's like coming home. Oh, succeeded. That was easy. Quickly. That was like a 1 in 25 chance. That's ridiculously lucky. Quickly, up to the 7th servant, the riddle fisher said. You will follow the daughter's stunned gaze. A woman in a lilac gown will stand beneath the 7th serpent, chatting calmly to a half-visible figment. Her features will bear an unmistakable resemblance to your officers. We should talk, she will say to the daughter, quite calmly. The daughter will assemble the rags of her composure with remarkable speed. Excuse us, she will say. The daughter leaves with the woman in lilac. You see nothing of them for the rest of the night. But in the morning, the daughter returns, her eyes bright with purpose. Show me your tattoo, she demands. Alright. Pirate Poet's Bark. You mean this? Oh. The daughter's mouth curls into a sad smile. So much pain. Not love, but loneliness. She traces it with a finger. You could not cure it, but I think you were a consolation. My mother would approve, I think. Did you know how she forged an alliance with the Bazaar? That's how she came to learn the great signs, the tattoos that no one wears. We must return to London. That is, please can we return to London? Please. We must find Penstock, who watches the secret wicket gate of the Bazaar. Alrighty then. Oh, that night, you walk beside a river of serpents, through a green and fervid jungle, beneath an orange sun, in the company of a tiger. It watches you with weary, humorous eyes. Oh, my Parabolan Panther. Speak with the tiger. I understand. I understand you've become involved with my daughter's intrigues. And my sister's. Is she really serving as a mascot? Well, you look like the sort who may take care of yourself, but let me repay you as best as I may. The cat walks in the mirror marches, at the edge of dream. Consequently, it sees many and curious things through mirrors. It shares them with you, as you walk with it beside the writhing river. When you wake, you remember them clearly. Right, strategic information, secret, memory of distant shores, and vital intelligence. And I can turn that strategic information into vital intelligence, rather. And break the ice in a white pool, toss the relic in, and voila. When the waves settle, you will see falling snow and black bark. You will see two men standing in wintry woods. The younger will prove himself to be the older. Others have done so before. Others will do so after. The vision will change. The old man will sip coffee on a sunlit street. He will write an order. He will send a pawn below to London. I don't even know if that's a good trade, frankly. Alright, what do I need? What do I need? Watchful Curio. Well, I can trade a secret for it. Which is not a good trade, but... Especially considering I can... Well, actually, I don't actually know. What are Watchful Curios worth, anyways? Secrets are technically worth $999, but you can't sell them. And you can get them all over the place, so... whatever. Convenience is king, I guess. How many secrets do I have, anyways? 10. Alright. Fuck it. Sinister little squatting image, but its eyes are pleading. Alrighty then. No, I need a wakeful idol, damn it! Wait. Oh, and I know exactly where I can get a wakeful idol. All the way in Polydream. Well, as a consolation, at the very least, I need a watchful curio to get it. Still, it's all the way over here. Yeah, that storyline's gonna have to wait. But I just know I'm gonna probably find some way of getting a watchful idol, a watchful curio way cheaper by the time when that happens. Feeling like I'll stumble upon a bound shark around here. I'm fairly certain bound sharks swim around here. Or somewhere near here, at least. I need that for another quest line. Like a glove. Ah, here we go. Drop off the checkered character. He waits eagerly by the rail. He lifts his head to inhale. I can already smell the chest, he announces. Thank you, farewell? He says neither of these things. He drops a sweaty bundle of banknotes in your hand and hairs off up a hill, fingers twitching to begin a game. Game players, eh? Indeed. Let's see. Ah, here we go. Flute core. Ah, I'd be gambling on actually getting another fighting another fluke with hat back. Ah, whatever. Since I'm, you know what? Screw it. It's not that urgent. Let's see. Explore. Oh, a privateer encampment. This was an empty clifftop above the big waves. Now it blazes with color. Striped tents, colored flames, the music of pianola and kettle drum. Mustachioed women and languorous men play chess, carve bones, eat cats, and polish their terrifying brass weapons. These are Iron Republic privateers, pirates whose practices contravene the very laws of nature. Look is privy to the gossip of hell. Creep close and you may learn impossible secrets. 89 is a weird number. Fragments of meaning. They're speaking of a raid on the Khan's glory, from which they stole pieces of prayer, of a boast that a rival band made about stealing the Empress's wedding dress, of a sort of spiced meat which fills the heart with love. But they speak too, almost coherently, of privateer lairs in the eastern wall, of passwords in use, of brass embassy protocols, and of tuning techniques for drawing lost souls close. A buzzing rises in your brain as you listen, until your eyes become unfocused and your tongue feels thick and heavy. You creep away before anything worse can happen, but this is an odd and useful miscellany of facts. Alrighty then. Oh, no, that's some kind of eel. Damn. Alright, Khan's shadow then. Ooh, yes! Bound shark! Boom. Let your reluctant sniper take the final shot. Perhaps this time will go more smoothly. A second shot. You steer your ship as close as you dare to the weakly thrashing beast. The reluctant sniper hesitates for less than a minute this time, steadying her breathing. This for my homeland, she breathes, and pulls the trigger. The bullet bounces off the bound shark's armature. The sniper blinks, then, for the first time since you've known her, laughs. I haven't missed like that in years. Here, let me try again. More at ease, she reloads and swiftly fires a second time, getting a clean shot through the bound shark's one exposed eye. A couple of sailors applaud. She twirls and bows. That was interesting, the way it deflected that. Oh, I'm supposed to be studying. I should write this down. Does anyone have any paper? She spends some time going over the corpse in detail, though you note she seems more interested in the intricacies of the armature than the exposed, vulnerable flesh. I think I'm ready for the next step now, she declares. Another ship. Why don't we hunt devils? I don't think I could feel bad about that. They don't die like we do, and it's all sport to them anyhow. Plastic Corsair. Oh, why don't I examine its armature too? Nice. Digging deeper, the cage has begun to distort its shape. No more than seems reasonable, but then the shark has no bones. Rods of iron, the metal, not the stat, inserted deep into its flesh, have done impossible things. Wait, does a shark have no bones? Hang on. Oh. Guess it's true then. There are organs in there that none of you recognize. Its suffering must have been extraordinary. You take its tooth as a trophy. If your hull is damaged, your engineer will repurpose some of its cage as repair materials. Oh, hey! +2 hull. Thanks. What a... That might as well not even be a thing. What? I wish there was some way to disable certain hull elements temporarily. You know, this logbook really gets in the way, and with the mod that makes it so that they pop up on there, it's not even that useful. Oh, wasn't there someone I wanted to free from the Sea of Lilies? Well, maybe later. It's quite difficult or expensive to do so. Alright, here we go. Wanderer's Haven. Here we go. Restore the tyrant's tongue with souls. Ah, you found it. I know someone who would be more than happy to help revive it. She has her own... How do you pronounce that? I'm just gonna say she has her own form of payment, and will need a soul. Nothing touched by your government. A good one. I have no idea what accent I'm giving him. A revival? You are not permitted to watch the procedure. You see that no one enter or leave. But the Mary Glassblower assures you that the Z's top surgeon is in the room, just beyond. 10 minutes later, the tongue is returned to you, its pinkness back in force, licking curiously at the inside of its jar. Why must it wriggle so? Alright. Anything else? Ooh, approach a man staring at you. His gaze is rather intense. What does he want? So, a severe chemist glares at you over his glasses. Beneath the Z, Captain, there is a city of murderers. Within it, a plant known as Tether. Bring me a jarful and I will pay you handsomely. Go into a city of murderers on account of weed? Doesn't he know people don't come back from deaths at Z? Alright, sure. Fit the task. You'll get him a jarful of Tether. No trouble. He smiles in the manner of a corpse whose skin has just dried out. Excellent. You'll find it in Rack, City of Pleasures. I'll be waiting for you on the other shroom, where my studies continue. Alrighty then, I'll get you your weed then. Ooh. A gathering of anarchists. There's nothing unusual here, of course. Most nights... that is nothing unusual here, of course. Most nights, half the Shadow Hatches plots over cheap wine and old insults. But who is that officer in the crowd? The usual diatribes. The haunted doctor stands listening in rapt attention, his remaining eye closed. On a stage made from tables and upturned chairs, an attractive young man and woman take turns raging against injustice and talking of the glorious day when London and the Khanate and all others who dare to elevate themselves above others will face their reckoning. The irony is, as ever, lost. Once the meeting ends, he hurries over to thank you, glowing with second-hand fervor. I have missed this, says the doctor, something strange taking over his face. If you didn't know any better, you'd say it was a smile. He heads over to the young woman to try it out, renewed purpose in his stride. Now he has a cause. A dangerous pastime, to be sure. But hey. Let's see, I can 9 hearts, 3 pages, or 6 iron, 6 hearts. Maybe worth it. I don't know. Meh. Why not? Oh, what's this? Trade a hunting trophy for... Poor watchful curios. God fucking damn it. Okay, so it's a complete waste of a secret then. Two are laid before him in a neat row. He runs his knobbled fingers over the trophy and clicks his tongue. Good bone. He grinds, he chips, he engraves, he mutters in a half-dozen languages of the presbyterate. Soon, 4 little blocky figures of bone stand in a row before him. Their eyes are wide and angry. Saw these in the other continent once. Still do when I sleep, or when my mind wanders. He drops them into your palm. No charge. If they start watching you, maybe they'll stop watching me. A sinister little squatting image, but its eyes are pleading. Let's see, do they take up hold space? Yes, okay. Might be worth it to get another 4, just in case I need any of them. Nah. 5 should be fine. Now then, swing by Khan's Khalifa. First, Khan's heart. You'll see why. Oh, yes, here we go. Besides this, I mean, obviously. Oh, hey! Good thing I got a watchful curio. And 5 secrets, bloody hell. That's ridiculous. 500 echoes. Oh my god. The pewter horsehead. I forget how you get those. Yeah. I get it from a random event way off in Gator's Morn. Damn it. I don't want to lose my secrets, or my curio, or my linen. I don't care about the linen. So, I guess I'll pony up the cash, I guess. Informers. Someone will know. The merchants of truth. The informers of the copper quarter by the docks peddle knowledge from all over the Untersee. The only things they won't sell are their real names. One who calls himself the Bright Bird introduces you, and the magician, to a wizened man in bright spider silk, a collector of looking glasses. The magician and the collector mutter together for a while. The collector wheezes with laughter. At last the magician returns, eyes bright. All shall be well, he says, and all manner things shall be well. I know where to go now. I know what to do. Thank you, my friend. My revenge is almost within my grasp. He looks ruefully at his hook. Alright, and then we return to London. Now then. What of my spies? Do they need anything? Oh yeah, that. It's annoying that you have to do this action every time you want to access the shop. Or maybe it'll just not. Oh. Damn it. Because I've suspicion at 10. And I forget how you reduce suspicion. But yeah, okay. Now, we wait. For what, you may ask? Well, obviously, for a random event. Specifically, the one that involves... the one that gives me a bonus to my, favor, the leper's condescension. Now, it only has a small chance to do this, but... Well, I like my odds, especially since I got that 4% chance one. And hey, I got plenty of supplies. And echoes to buy more. Wait, I can't. No. Well, it's kind of expensive here, but I can always go to a different port. I've got plenty of fuel. More than I expected, actually. I expected the ratio of fuel to supplies to be much more slanted and... Oh wait, hang on. Got a random event, damn it. Okay. Where is it? Here we go. WonderCon's heart. Ooh! I got the random event already. Hot damn, that's good luck. Yes! Oh my god, I am on fire today! Holy shit! Alright, level gun ascension. There we go. Now then. Now we go to Khan's glory. For the tomb colonist stuff. And you'll see in a minute why I need that Leopard's condescension. Well, need is a strong word. There we go. One knows one should be patriotic, but the glory is so much prettier than London, although one finds one tiring of all the guns pointed at one. One should find a better pronoun. Indeed. So yeah, I can let them tour the palaces. They may be mistaken for marauding ghosts, shot, burnt, or exorcised. Well, they should have stayed home if they wanted an easy life. Or I can use my influence with the leopard. Perhaps you can arrange some sort of cultural exchange with clan officials. Yeah, this one has a chance of losing at least one of the tomb colonists. This one, on the other hand, has a chance of, well, you'll see. Yeah, that. A bit of bonus strategic information and vital intelligence and memory distant shores at the cost of just 2 leopard condescension. Unusual confidences. Ruins of a previous civilization underlie Venderbight. Tomb colonists have unearthed the secrets of the Third City. Rather rudely, they haven't chosen to share those secrets with you. Instead, they've divulged them to Kaganian officials. But they're very happy to share the information that the Kaganians have shared in turn. Alrighty then. Tour continues to Iram. Well, that'll take a while. Currently about to go the opposite way. Give them drowning pearls, but I need 3 of the Tyrant's Mercy to reduce suspicion. Guess I might as well. Alright. That'll be for today. Wait, wasn't there something in Shepherd's Isles that I wanted to do? You know what? It can wait. Without any further ado, this has been another episode of Sunless Sea. We got plenty done today, even if I did get slightly gypped. We did the whole stuff with the with the Clatery Air and a couple other officers. We upgraded the Determined Doctor, and we got a bunch of stuff left waiting for us at London. So yeah. Oh, but we've also got something waiting for us at Codex, i.e. the Zyron. But so that's for another day. Until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.